gosh. Look at that. Oh, hey, what's up, Dreamweaver? How's it going? Good to see you. Good to be seen. Good to be seen. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Just adjusting the audio here. And, hello, hello. Ritzy Mink checking in. Salt Lake City Flights checking in. The Detroit Tigers checking in. I think that's the Detroit Tigers and Detroit Red Wings plane. Mike Ilyich. He's a guy. Hyro, hello. Come on in, everybody. We're going to see if we can catch a 1-2 punch of American independence tonight. We're crossing our fingers that we can catch both Independence 1 and Liberty 1. Independence 1 is already here at the airport and waiting to take off at around 8 o'clock to Fort Lauderdale. And then Liberty 1 is en route from Las Vegas. So Joe is here as well. Yeah, Joe, we're going to see if we can catch some 1-2 American spirit. Now it looks like we got a big old global here to start off the show. Hey, Plane Spotter, thank you so much for that $9.99 super chat. Had a great show in Phoenix, battling triple-digit heat, the original Phoenix Plane Spotter. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for that lovely $10 super chat. Thank you so much. We're going to see if we can catch a 1-2 punch of American independence and liberty. Hi, Mickey. How's it going? Dreamweaver saying it's super hot in Ottawa, Canada. Sounds about right. And a big thank you to Plane Spotter starting off the show. They're from Phoenix.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
I will. Thank you. So yeah, we're going to try and get Liberty 1 and Independence 1 here in the same show. So far, they are routed. Independence 1 is already here. The question is, will it take off on this side or the south side? Will it take off on 13 left or 13 right? And then we're hoping also that Liberty 1 from Las Vegas lands on this side. So crossing my fingers here. Maybe we'll get lucky. Or maybe I picked the wrong side entirely. What are you going to do? I bet our friend Joe could make a phone call to ATC and say, hey, could that flight take off on 13 left? And land on 13 left? Yeah, stay hydrated and humid. The heat index, I think, was only 101 today. And thankfully, when I saw that both of them were arriving or taking off past 7 o'clock, I was like, you know what? Maybe I will. Tim Arnold actually gave me the scoop on it, so kudos to Tim. Yeah, I hope so, Joe. That's what I'm hoping. We got another arrival here. Yeah, it definitely, I don't know if you know what, I think I'm going to play my famous sound effect here, how I feel about the heat, Dreamweaver, in just a second. I'll see if I can upload it onto the... But in the meantime, we got another fairly... Oh, it's Jet Suite X. Embraer action, the red stripe. Red stripe. I forgot to charge my other phone, so I don't have live ATC up. I apologize, but this was very much a last-second thing. Tim Arnold alerted it to me, and so I was like, sure, why not? Why not do some nighttime spotting action before I fly to the Midwest this Saturday? I kind of figured that, Joe. I kind of figured that. I was thinking the same thing. I'm just hoping that they will fade him. We'll have him stick to 13 left instead of fading him to 13 right. So welcome in, everybody. Our first departure there on runway 13 left. Again, we can only monitor runway 13 left here right now. The departure is a Southwest 1336 going to Long Beach, California. Taking off right now. I also saw Florida 1 land right when I got here. So welcome in. Welcome to everyone. So let's have some fun. Nighttime plane spotting. If you're just joining us, don't forget to hit that like button, the button of fun. I'm going to see here. Let's see. Trying to find my soundbite. I wonder. Maybe I need to go date modified. Okay, there it is. All right, I think we can do that. So welcome everybody joining us here from Love Field, episode 514 pop-up edition. Thank you, Plane Spotter, for that $9.99 super chat to start off the show. Oh, Southwest taking off. Max 8. Sorry, I was loading the old sound bites. We got a helicopter. Don't know if a hospital helicopter or Jerry Jones helicopter or whatnot. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Don't forget to say hello where you're watching from. It's you and me, Plane Spotter. It's you and me, man. This is very much a pop-up stream. I think it's just you and me and Mickey. I don't see the Poseidon now, but I do see the 737 of the Detroit Tigers and Red Wings. I already had supper. I snuck over Dreamweaver, had some Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. And this episode is dedicated to the diehards, those who support the channel, and those who tune in. So thank you so much. 737 Lady Captain. That copter belongs to Avix 18 out of Fort Lauderdale. Thank you so much. The Amazon warehouse, the Globe Life Field, also known as the Gulf. Trying to stay cool here. Got my water. Actually, yeah, I do have my water. Bought some ice at the gas station. Stay cool. So again, we are hoping to get Independence 1 and Liberty 1 both on the show. Independence 1 is here currently already. It is headed to Fort Lauderdale unless it's been swapped out. And that departure is delayed until 8 o'clock or so. In the meantime, Liberty 1 from Southwest Airlines is on its way from Las Vegas. And should be here around 7:15-ish. At least that's a hope. So it is a little slow. We started early. Things will pick up in the 7 o'clock hour. So thank you for everybody joining us on Pop-Up Edition 513. And I did found the soundbite. This is for Dreamweaver since she's up in Canada and she's dealing with 93-degree heat. So I just loaded this up for you, Dreamweaver. I hate the heat. I hate the humidity. I hate it all. The sun can burn in hell for all eternity. Yep, that was on Monday? Tuesday. Monday. That was on Monday. And then it was also super windy, and there was a lot of dust from those Saharan trade winds. So that was fun. What is up? 48 Gabe G, Air King Flyer. Yeah, coming in from Lost Wages. So we're hoping when ATC vectors them and Tracon vectors them and receives them, they'll get runway 13 left. Yeah, 106 with the humidity. The heat index, Dreamweaver says, is 106 north of the border. That sounds terrible. That just, awful. I've started to narrow down the places that I'd like to live. And I think the mountains of the West are very high on the list. Like Bozeman in Montana. I can see why so many people move to Denver and Salt Lake. More so Salt Lake even. I lived in Salt Lake for a couple of years working for Breeze Airways. So I definitely can see why people like to live in Salt Lake City or the mountains. I mean, it gets hot, but then it cools down somewhat at night, and then you get snow, but overall a nice climate. No worries, Dreamweaver. I know for you, Mondays are a little difficult, so that's okay. I'm hoping once we're in the Midwest, we will get a chance to stream at least one day, but that'll be depending on where I can find accommodations. And obviously, I want to meet people I'm going to be working with at the airport there. Also look to see if I can find a place to live. And then once I've got those things kind of taken care of, we can see if we have time to stream from that Midwest airport. Astoria, Oregon. That's a good location. Astoria, Oregon is a good location, Dreamweaver. And the vast majority of you voted. I wouldn't say the vast majority, but definitely, I think it was like. Let me look at the poll question I put up on Monday. The poll question on Monday was, where am I headed to? Where do I have a job offer at? And it is located, let's see, St. Louis was the top vote getter out of 131 votes. Thank you, everybody, for voting. St. Louis with 48%, Indianapolis 24%, Milwaukee 16%, and Grand Rapids with 11%. So St. Louis, by far, the leader. That's right. Gabe 48 Gabe G says Astoria is where Kindergarten Cop and The Goonies was filmed. So I've got, for those who haven't tuned in or catched my posts, I have a pending job offer that I'm considering, and I'm going up this weekend. It's a Midwestern airport. It's not Minneapolis or Chicago, and but that's the only hint I'll give for now. Oh, and then I did also narrow it down in that poll. So it's one of those 4 cities that I got the job offer from. St. Louis, Milwaukee, Grand Rapids, or Indianapolis. So it's one of those 4 cities. So I'm actually flying up there this weekend to kind of get a lay of the land and meet everybody and whatnot. So I should absolutely take it. There you go. Yeah, a lot of people, Joe, feel that way. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Yeah, Nancy, they've got the Detroit Tigers playing in town, the Texas Rangers, so they've got their 737 here. Let's see. Is this Jet Suite X? No, it's Delta, so they might get faded to 13 right. Well, in the meantime, we've got, looks like we got Dallas to San Antonio, 1402, just blocking out, getting ready for pushback, and it'll be taxiing out in just a bit. If you do encounter buffering, hopefully it'll just be temporary, but we'll do what we can to get back on the air as quickly as possible. Thank you all for tuning in. You say so cool, but so cool is working graveyard shifts, so I'll be graveyarding it, I think. Let's see if Jet Suite X has any special liveries today. So this is the Jet Suite X main hangar here. Unless they've moved. Jet Suite X's headquarters are here in Dallas area, I think. Hi, Robbie. Yeah, that's talking from a guy who's got union protection and differential. No differential with this job. But in the meantime, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. I'm glad that you could join us. And our thanks again to Tim Arnold for alerting me to the possibility of both Independence One and Liberty One. Now, if you paid attention to the channel, the last video I posted on Tuesday was, in fact, walk around of Independence One in Tucson. So if you haven't seen that in the shorts section, I hope you check that out. Also, I posted what could be the greatest plane spotting compilation in American history from Tucson. So we're going viral with that video. We got a lot of great views. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you check it out. This was posted on Monday. A lot of great stuff in there. Nancy, thank you so much for being a member of Exit Row, getting that extra leg room and supporting the channel. Thank you, Nancy. The Detroit Red Wings also say thank you, but thank you very much.
This one's for you.
Oh, Harry Carey, there you go. Harry Carey appreciates it. Just weren't feeling it. Hey, nothing wrong, Christian, with turning down a job if you're not feeling it, man. I definitely am the kind of person who don't just say yes just to do it, you know? But also, interviews are always good. What's the worst that can happen, you know? I take the old advice of my friend, First Officer Mark. When a job opportunity comes along, you know, he always says, it costs nothing to listen. I also miss Harry Carey. I also miss the Superstation. I wish the games would be back on WGN. Oh, you got a job, got a call for one in West Virginia, possible interview next week. Awesome, Christian. That is awesome. Yeah, trust the big man upstairs. Gotta trust the big man upstairs, so I'm right there with you. I am right there with you. And that plane that just landed was from Fort Walton Beach. Right there, Eglin Air Force Base. Right along the panhandle of Florida. A lot of beachgoers right there. So yes, this will be our last live stream probably while in Dallas for this week. I'm going to head up to the Midwest over the July 4th holiday. Next arrivals, a NetJets Challenger 350. Yeah, Tim, we're crossing our fingers. Everybody cross your fingers for Independence 1 and Liberty 1 to take off and land on the north side. Yeah, again, I'll be going up to the Midwest this weekend to check out things, the job, the area. So, yeah. The only barbecue I'm going to be doing is probably standing outside. Getting a suntan, Robbie. I'll be actually up in the Midwest for 4th of July weekend. Actually works out pretty well. So I'm probably going to fly up there, but I have my truck just in case, worst case scenario. So I am good to go. I should fill up my gas though, just in case. Next arrival, it appears, will be from LaGuardia, Southwest 4401, 737-700. Nice. Yeah, I remember Christian, I remember you telling me that we applied for the same job. What? We do have a departure. It looks like Gulfstream. Tim Arnold telling us that Independence 1 is delayed for a bit. Yep, you're right. Tim, I was keeping an eye on it. And thank you for the $2 super chat. Whoops. Thank you, Tim.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
And by the way, to our friends north of the border who had Canada Day yesterday, happy Canada Day yesterday. Hope you enjoyed the holiday. Don Rumsey, hello. Hello. Back to love, yep. When it's 100 degrees out, you definitely love the shade. Also, Don, there's the possibility that we could both see Independence 1 and Liberty 1 on the show tonight. And I've never actually caught either of those planes on a live stream, so I'm crossing my fingers. Our friend Tim Arnold and Matt Mann alerted me to that, and so I figured, why not? I haven't done an evening stream, so why not? Christian, I am 44 years old. 44. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm almost halfway to 50. Do I feel almost halfway to 50? That's a good question, because I don't know what it's like to feel like 50 or 60, so my mind is definitely not a 44-year-old. My body may be a 44-year-old. Yeah, I would say my body's a 44-year-old because I can't eat pizza like I used to anymore. Yeah, I know. You know, the best thing, Christian, is you're getting into aviation young. You got a whole lifetime ahead of you. And the nice thing is, Christian, if you find a good airport that's publicly owned, you know, you work there, you work for 20 years, and you got full retirement. Don Rumsey says he's got boots older than me. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. Yeah, that's definitely something to keep working hard for. 737 Lady Captain says 60 is great. A few differences, but feeling better than ever. Well, that is fantastic. They say 50 is the new 40. Yeah, I just got to cut back. I've been trying to do a lot of exercise while I've been on sabbatical. Be a little better in shape. If you're just joining us, welcome to the pop-up edition here. Episode 513 of Pip's Planespotting Live here at Love Field. Our next arrival appears to be Southwest 4014 from Tampa on a MAX 8. Don Rumsey says 64 knocking on my door. Yeah, Christian, I would say that 30 is the new 20. I would say that. Boy, I would love to be 30 again. 14 years, I could have been a doctor. Nancy says 60 is good, but I also feel a difference as well. The biggest difference, the biggest thing is you can't eat what you want. When you turn 40, or when you turn 35 even, you can't eat what you want like you used to. Nothing wrong with that, Christian. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Air King Flyer with a $2 Super chat saying Notorious PIP, thank you so much. Back in action.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
So again, if you haven't looked at the poll question that I posted on Monday, yes, I've narrowed down those 4 Midwestern cities that I would potentially be working at, which are Indianapolis, Milwaukee, Grand Rapids, and St. Louis. St. Louis with 48% of the vote. St. Louis would be pretty rad, especially since they've added Lufthansa and British Airways, and they're going to be reconstructing the terminal. You know, Don, I always used to think that something was wrong with me, and then I just realized, oh, maybe it's just my age. This is arriving from Tampa, Florida, again, a max 8. They all turned me down. Tim, I applied for Denver and they turned me down, man. Sounds like Colorado and I have issues. Tim, you excited to see the A380 back in Denver? Yeah, the A380 was canceled yesterday, but it came back today. So the seasonal service from the Mile High City to Munich and vice versa is back in Denver for a second year. We were in Denver late September, early October? Yeah, late September. We were able to catch it before it ended for the year. What up, Matt Man? How's it going? Adjusting my tripod arm here. So welcome in, everybody. Don says headed to LAS on Tuesday, and it's going to be butt sweat hot. Yes, it will be. Also, very hot along the entire East Coast and here in Texas. In fact, I saw a post. It was actually warmer in Cincinnati than Phoenix this morning, like at 12 o'clock. It was 102 versus 99. Give you a quick tour of Love Field if you're new. So yeah, there is the Red Wings and Tigers plane. A lot of times, if the president is coming into town, he will usually park over near that Associated Air Center area. So they may, in those instances, close the spotting area, the new spotting park, if there's a VIP. The Poseidon is not out tonight, Matman. And then you've got a bunch of what are called FBOs, or fixed base operators, that service private jets and planes. So you got Signature, you got FlexJet over here, and then going down, you got NetJets over here. See, NetJets right there. And then Jet Suite X hangar. And that is the north side of Dallas Love Field. And we've got a 737-700 right in front of us waiting for a gate. Next arrival, Southwest Southwest 1417, St. Louis to Dallas. What's up? Just Bean, how's it going? Chaotic Bean. Greetings, everybody. Must have been parking in the alley, waiting for this guy to taxi out. Just past 7 o'clock, things getting busy here. Like 5 to 7, I figured out, is kind of the slow time. So we get another Southwest arrival. What's up, Bill? Welcome in Dallas Love Field, sir. So if we get Liberty One, it will be arriving here in the next 15 minutes or so. But it has to land here on the north side. So we need runway 13 left. What's up, Danielle? Good evening to you. Ooh, Don flying on the E-175. Hey, you know the nice thing about an E-175, Don? No middle seats. Either an aisle or a window. Excited, though, to fly an Alaska E-175 for the first time. Tri-Cities, Portland, Las Vegas. Very cool. Safe travels to you. So yeah, Liberty One should be a few minutes away. Let's see if we can find it. There's Nashville. All right. From Las Vegas, we're looking for Liberty One. There it is. I see it currently over Pilot Point. So in North Denton County. descending its way at about 4,200 feet into Dallas. We got a little Piper Archer that's going to make a landing. How about that? But first off, we got a southwest departure on 13 left. Bill says, after taking a buttload of flights lately, I can say these aircraft are the safest and most powerful planes compared to the flying in the 80s and 90s. Just amazing. Hey, love hearing that. It's true, though. I was thinking about the seats and the seating like back when we would fly the MD-80s out of Chicago as a family. 100% true, Bill. And we're anxiously awaiting, I hear the 737 MAX 7 might be making its way to Dallas Love Field maybe here in the next couple of months. We'll see. Crossing our fingers. That's just speculation. That is not any hardcore news that I have. Matthew Chesterton checking in says, hey, Pip, my youngest daughter got the entire Delta trading card set in one flight. Whoa. Wow. That's a lot. That's like 12 or 13. Or is it more than that? That's pretty awesome, Matthew. Congrats. That's sweet. All in one flight. Very cool, man. Yeah, everybody's got trading cards now. Trading cards. Breeze even has them. And they only have one type of plane. I mean, I guess they have two types of plane, but they don't use the 190s and 195 on a lot of the flights. Next arrival will be Southwest 5100, and then I see Liberty One, about 4,000 feet going along I-35. Let's cross our fingers, 35E, excuse me. Let's cross our fingers that Liberty One lands on 13 left. Don't believe that Southwest Airlines has trading cards, Matt, or Tim. So our first, yeah, we're crossing our fingers. Liberty One, 13 left, 13 left, 13 left. Oh, Joe says Southwest does have trading cards. I was not aware. And so does 737 Lady Captain. So there you go, Tim. I was not even aware. 5100 in from Nashville here. Taxiing off. Is it Mike 2? Mike 2. Taxi off. Mike 2. Mike to the gate. Well, that's cool. I think United, Southwest, Delta. I think American does. Breeze does. 737 lady says, I think SWA released the patriotic cards this week. Don't hold me to that, but that's what I heard on Instagram. Roger that. I would not be surprised if that were the case. Capitalizing on the good publicity they've received for their amazing liveries. I don't know, folks. They're fading to the south side. It looks like. This is supposed to go back to St. Louis. Maybe we'll get it on the departure. But it's not looking good, man. I see it. I don't see it turning yet. That's not a good sign. Apparently we have nobody working in ATC tonight. Does not look like it's going to land. 13 left. Joe had one job, folks. This is Joe Leary's fault and nobody else's. Yep. Hate to see it. Yeah, I know, Joe. You're sitting at home. I know. You could have easily made a call to Tracon. That's right. You're not getting out of this one. You're not getting out of this one, sir. All right. Texas got hit with some Saharan dust. Yeah, that was definitely Monday just being, that was awful. I did not like that. Blast. No, I don't know. I don't think Love Field is a CTAF airport. Common Traffic Advisory Frequency. Yeah. I don't think so. And I think when I was working in Tucson, it was... What's up, Telly? All right, so Liberty One is going to St. Louis, and then unless they swap it, and that will be, I think, like 8:20-ish. Meanwhile, our Independence One is going to Fort Lauderdale. I'm not optimistic about the Fort Lauderdale, just because of how the SID is for that, the standard instrument departure. They've already seen it, Joe. That is not a valid argument, Joe. That they've already seen it. They've seen it enough times. They don't tune into the show. I am number one priority, sir. What's up, Buckle Plane Guy? Well, we tried. All right, we're packing up. No, we're not. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you to Plane Spotter Tim Arnold and Air King Flyer for their contributions, as well as Nancy L. Nancy L. Don Rumsey, no, the new employment is not flight dispatching. It is would be airport operations, kind of like I had in Tucson. Well, now you're 100% missing it, Joe, because you're at home. Oh, that's good to hear, Uncle Plane Guy, the first MD-11. You know, Uncle Plane Guy, have you ever thought about starting your own channel? Yeah, the new job would be airport operations. So similar stuff, responding to emergencies, runway inspections, field inspections, wildlife mitigation, the whole shebang-a-bang. That plane just mean that is the Detroit Tigers and Detroit Red Wings. Welcome in, everybody joining us here. Love Field. There's downtown Dallas. The Super Guppy is back. If you're able to go, Pip still, some hotels, Appleton or Nina, which are like 15, 20 minutes away from the air show. Oh, nice, Matthew. Dude, if you can work in San Diego, I'll be so jealous. That would be awesome, Matthew. The Mystery Airport, I'm supposed to go this weekend, Uncle Plane Guy, this weekend. So... Rob, good morning to you down there in New Zealand. Happy Friday. El Toro. Buenos dias. Don Rumsey says, as a kid growing up in Southern California, I remember seeing the Guppy a lot in the sky. I've seen one. Oh, you know, they have one of the Guppies at the Air and Space Museum at Pima. What's up, Chase? How are ya? I'm doing well. How's St. Louis? I'm sure it's hot as Hades up there, right along the river. We missed out on Liberty One because it landed on the south side. No. But at the same time, I guess I could have gone to the plane spotting park, but the sun right now is just too hot. I think my hot spot would burst into flames. No, it's crazy hot up in the Midwest. The humidity is like through the roof, and yeah, it's pretty strong. So our next hope to see one of the special liveries is departing to Fort Lauderdale around 8 o'clock. That's Independence One, and then Liberty One is going to St. Louis. That one we might get a shot at. I don't know how I feel about Fort Lauderdale. I did see that, Chase. Just Bean says Portugal is losing. Yes, Rob, the Cubs smashed the Padres so much so that my sister even texted us. What was it, 23-3? It's quite a whooping. Quite a whooping. The airport is bright as an AI data center. That's an interesting way of putting it. Again, our hope is, so yeah, I fly up to the Midwest on Saturday, and we might do a show on Sunday. I don't often do shows on Sunday, but we might. And if not, I'm going to try and get a feel for the area, tour and whatnot, and then I'll meet my potential employer on Monday, and then I fly back, I think, Wednesday. Okay, Kevin, I'll make sure and do that. I'll make sure and do good. Do a solid. Chase, yeah, we're going to be flying up to the Midwest Saturday. I might be Indy Spotter, might be going back to Indiana. We'll see. I'm not going to reveal where I'm headed just yet, but I'll reveal it probably next week. Yeah, I'll reveal it next week probably. So, yep, looks like a PC-12. Oh no, it's a Hawker. Way off. It is a surprise. I know. Rob, I know that will be number one on your list for the Midwest is the Midwest show in Minneapolis. So yes, I can't avoid it. I cannot avoid it. T-Donji, what's up? It is a surprise. It is 100% a surprise. But as far as the Midwest goes, maybe we'll do Minneapolis. Maybe we'll go to Louisville. Maybe we'll go to Detroit. Or maybe we'll go to Chicago. Air King Flyer says, hey, I just thought if you go to Indy, you can be a Bears fan again. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Although I hear that they're trying, the politicians in Illinois are trying just as hard as they can to keep the Bears in Illinois. And I'm telling you what, Indiana is going to be so ticked. EMFJ, greetings from Western Wisconsin. I love Western Wisconsin. La Crosse, the Mississippi River. Indy Spotter says Louisville is not in the Midwest. No, it is not. But it is technically not that far from Indianapolis. So if my job were in Indianapolis, Indy Spotter, I could drive 2 hours to the south and be in Louisville. What's up, Jet Dispatcher? Save F9. Right. Love Field is not a makeout location. Ron Chapman was found sad when we found that out. Yes, historically that is correct. There's no there's not even a drop off or a kissing lane. F9. Yeah, so if I was in Milwaukee, I could do a show in Milwaukee and Chicago. If I was in Indianapolis, I could go to Louisville or Cincinnati or Chicago. If I was in Grand Rapids, I could go to Detroit or Chicago. If I was in St. Louis, I would probably do a show in St. Louis because it's a 4-hour drive to Chicago and a 4-hour drive to Kansas City. Roger that, Uncle Plan Guy. It's been a little quiet for a few minutes. I loved it when they had runway this runway 13 left, 31 right closed for EMAS edition. All the action was on one runway, but we do have a departure hanging out at Southwest 1295 going to Washington Reagan. Easy, Matt, man. Easy there, sir. Those are fighting words. Those are fighting words. Diehard Blackhawks fan. So I'll be doing job research for the 4th of July holiday. I used to, I'll be doing job research. It's cool by me. I did. Yeah, we did throw quite a bunch of cash at Bowen by Ram. Oh, roger that. I thank you for that, Save F9. JRL Corta, what's up from Anna? JRL Corta. No, that's yes. So yeah, in fact, I think the last time we talked to you on Monday, they had announced that. But yeah, our airport, McKinney National Airport, which I talked about, has announced flights for Avelo. They're mostly to Florida and Las Vegas. So basically, Florida and Las Vegas. If you want to go to Florida and Las Vegas for cheap, you can fly out of McKinney National. I think that starts in October. But yes, just being that is correct. Christian Perry, the advertised range is anywhere, I think, on the job was 57,000 to 82. They're not going to pay anybody 82. HR people just do that to get more applicants. Yeah, so Avelo's supposed to, I think the terminal's supposed to be done there in McKinney in October. So fun little bit. Save F9 says, you don't want to go to Florida, trust me. See, Save F9 and I feel the same way about Florida. It's definitely a roll of the dice every time you fly to Florida. J. Raul Corta sending an eagle for 400 joules. Thank you so much. Pay you 82 if they're hyper competitive. From now on, Joe, I think what I'm going to do is anytime I have a job interview, say, I want the very top. I see you have offering 82. I won't expect anything less than 80. What's up, Donica? So we're still hanging out in hopes of getting both the departure for Independence 1 to Fort Lauderdale and Liberty 1 to St. Louis, unless they've been swapped. We also have a lot of action in the next few hours here at night. But I think it's if we don't do anything Sunday, which is the 5th, by the way, we'll probably do something before I fly back to Texas this week for broadcast. Rob points out that Avelo is offering new dirt cheap flights to replace Spirit, and that's pretty much true. Avelo's in the ultra low cost category with airlines like Frontier and Breeze and Avelo. Yep, it is. That is the hope. Indy Spotter says, gonna head out. Thank you for the good stream. We'll see you next time. All right, Indy Spotter, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Joe says Florida should be avoided for other reasons, though. Humidity. Well, I should do a lot of things, Uncle Plane Guy. I should tattoo my forehead with Pip Hastings Aviation, and then people will always ask me questions, but I don't know how I feel about tattoos. You should start contributing to the channel, I think. How about that? Chase, didn't the Legion already fly out of Mid-America? Pretty sure that they've been flying out of Mid-America. It is Jet Suite X. Yeah, that's right. J. Raul Corta, McKinney is absolutely near you. Yeah, hopefully that'll be awesome for you. Be able to fly out, go out to Vegas, drive 10 minutes to the airport, park for $6 a day, $10 a day for super cheap. That'll be awesome. Yeah, so J. Raul Corta, if I can toot my own horn for a little second here, not because I did anything special, but I ran for city council in Frisco in 2021. And when I ran for Frisco City Council, I said that one of my goals was to try and build an airport in Frisco. Because I knew this was going to happen with McKinney, and we would miss out on lost revenue. Plus, I think the Frisco airport would be more centrally located. But that was one of my platforms. I lost by a 3-1 margin. I still had a great time, but a lot of people didn't understand the concept. Neither have I, Christian Perry. I haven't heard from McKinney on the app either. I have not heard a word. Oh, okay. I was confused. All right. So Chase says they fly out of Bellevue, Illinois. Now, Mid-America, is that the military base then, Chase? Mid-America, the airport, yeah, with military base, like right before you cross over the Mississippi River into St. Louis. Gotcha. Well, that'll be interesting. Okay, thank you, Joe. Thank you, the old Scott Air Force Base. Yeah, all right. Sweet. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on this pop-up edition, episode 513 of Pip's Planespotting Live from Dallas Love Field. The worst drivers. I think you need to I have been to Florida several times, save F9, and Utah definitely is pretty strong in the can't drive category. John, what's going on? How long are you going to stay out there for? We're hoping, well, at least until Independence 1 and Liberty 1 take off. So that'll be at least until like, I don't know, 9 o'clock. Well, maybe we might stay longer depending on the audience. If you want to talk about an Amazon warehouse, Joe, TKI will definitely be that. That would definitely be the Amazon warehouse airport to start out with, to kind of get things running. Mid-America Airport used to be Scott. Okay. Thank you, El Toro. Aviation Cat, what's going on? Maryland drivers and I-95 don't mix well. Aviation Cat, I'm sure probably humidity and heat in the Delmarva region. Granted, you're like more Richmond, so more south, but probably doesn't feel all that great. Paid $80 a month for auto insurance in Utah. I pay $350 a month in Florida. Yikes! Ow. Ouch. Looks like we have a private jet headed our way, Gulfstream G500. Coming in from Salt Lake City. Everybody, yeah, for sure feels like a Friday. I mean, we are almost on a Friday. I'm just, I like traveling on holidays because it's lighter volume. So I don't mind it very much. I'm trying to tilt my camera here. So I don't mind it very much. figured, you know, Southern California would be a lot, but man, Florida, 350? Ouch. Probably because of all the hurricanes. They have to pay for all the hurricanes. And a lot of insurance companies, like, are leaving Florida. So tomorrow I'm just going to be packing up, kicking back, relaxing. And my flight leaves, I think, at like 9:30. That is important, Nancy. I wish I could say that. That is awesome. Some of you may not know that there's actually a Gulfstream maintenance facility here. It's actually right behind me. Sometimes some Gulfstreams will fly in here for maintenance or retrofits, and sometimes we'll just fly in because Dallas is a hopping in place. I'm leaving from DFW, Christian. I am leaving from DFW. Staying in the shade when I have to be outside, Aviation Cat, that is good philosophy. Very good philosophy. Thank you, everybody, liking and subscribing on this pop-up edition. Hey, if you haven't checked out our viral video, oh my gosh, Rob, thank you for that $10 New Zealand super chat.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
If you haven't checked out our viral video of 40, almost 50-minute compilation of aviation action up close and personal in Tucson, I highly recommend it. You will appreciate it. It's a lot of good stuff, everything from 747s to the Antonov to F-16s, F-15s, of course the usual 737s, some even 757 and 777s, a little bit of everything. Your spelling is horrible. Your spelling is horrible, Save F9. As if it's not bad. And so we're patiently waiting. Yeah, Aviation Cat, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'd been saving that stuff up for a long time. And now to release it, I was like, oh, this is fantastic. Because what are they going to do? Fire me? No. I think it's frankly good publicity for Tucson. Yeah, can't go wrong with those E2s. Love the Virgin Australia E2s. Man, I'm hoping that... I was kind of hoping that there would be more like Pacific carriers that would want them, and we'd get more ferry flights inbound. Our next arrival looks interesting. Looks Flight 57 from Midland. Will it land on our side or the south side? Let us pray. Yeah, Tucson definitely is underrated as far as plane spotting. I think it's a pretty cool place. I think it's pretty rad. Radical, as the kids say back in the 90s. Do a calendar. A best of Clow Airport. You know, they gotta extend the runway first, save F9, before we do that. They gotta extend the runway before they do that. Before we do a compilation. I can't tell you exactly where, Randy. It is one of the 4 cities, though. I'm flying into either Indianapolis, Milwaukee, St. Louis, or Grand Rapids. Glad you enjoyed it, Rob. I had fun. I had fun putting it all together. You know, that's one of the cool things. I mean, working on the field, there are definitely some times that are frustrating, but definitely being around aviation is not one of those times. That's probably one of the greatest non-monetary perks of the job, is just being able to be around the field. You know, so we're all really grateful for that. I mean, there's sometimes it can get, you know, pedantic or boring, but I mean, when you're around aviation, you get to see all kind of cool stuff. Definitely worth it. So this is in from Midland, Texas. Midland, about 350 miles away, give or take a few. About six hour drive. 6 hour drive, yeah. A 24-hour stream at DuPage. Oh, man. Funny guy. All right, so I see that Southwest 4444, they've at least updated their transponder. I don't think they're blocking out just yet. So what we're hoping for, folks, is oh, now they moved the Fort Lauderdale departure back to 9 o'clock. That's not good. I wonder if it's crew related. Flight time, EM, is probably, for that flight, taking off from Midland, I don't know, 40 minutes. Maybe from block out to block in, 45 minutes at most. 45 minutes, I would say. Yeah, the old 747 with the, you know, and I'm so glad that I was there at that point in time, El Toro, because Rolls-Royce isn't currently at Tucson. They took that jet up and retired it to the Pinal Air Park. And so Rolls-Royce hasn't come back to Tucson yet. I was hoping they would like buy a used 777 or even a Dreamliner. But we'll see. Yeah. That would make sense. They would have to put a tunnel over Boughton Road. Yep. And there's that shopping center right there, too, Save F9. So they'd have to figure something out. Well, Rob, we figure. I mean, you could do LA. You could do Chicago O'Hare for 24 hours. I mean, theoretically, you could do Memphis or Louisville, because the toughest part is filling the hours between like 12 and 5 a.m., midnight to 5 a.m. And if you were to do Louisville or Memphis, that wouldn't be an issue, or Indianapolis for that matter, because you'd have a pretty steady stream of activity. It wouldn't be a ton after 5, but yeah, Chicago would definitely work for 24 hours. JFK might, maybe. I don't think so, though. But yeah, Chicago would work, LA would work, Memphis, Louisville, Indianapolis. I'm trying to think what else you could have a steady stream of. I have to look that up. Yippers, what's up? Chaotic Bean says gold Portugal 2-1. Just Bean, I have spotted at Alliance. It's very hit and miss. It's not a consistent steady stream. They have FedEx arrivals there at night. And some interesting stuff flies in there, but it's not a consistent stream. You would have to like get them to convert to be a big FedEx or UPS base, or start commercial service there, which they have long enough runways. That's not the issue. Aviation Cat says Boston has a curfew. Yeah. Boston, blast Boston. I would do probably a stream at O'Hare in like October, because temperatures are reasonable, and then Philippine Airlines will start flying to Chicago in October. And then you have, thank you everybody for liking and subscribing. And then you have the new flight from Egypt Air. J28 Aviation reporting a NATO A330 from Tucson landed at Dulles 1 hour ago. That's pretty cool. Nice. Fort Worth Meacham, just Bean's asking why don't they have commercial service at Fort Worth Meacham? It's a good question. First thing you would need to do is apply for commercial service with the FAA, but it has been the city of McKinney's long-term plans for a long, long time to try and get commercial service to McKinney. I think we're waiting on the Wright Amendment to expire, which prohibited commercial service from anywhere but Love or DFW. And now that that's over, it's not an issue anymore. So you might see it pop up at Fort Worth Meacham. At one point in like the 50s and 60s, they did have service at Fort Worth Meacham. What's up, Hans? Hans checking up late. That's right. Save F9 reports that Alliance used to be a maintenance base for American Airlines. True story. Oh, it's November. I thought it was in October. It's actually November. November 9th. I thought it was in October. Thank you for the correction, man. Oh, it looks like we got to go around for some reason. Too high, perhaps? Interesting. We didn't have anything on the runway. At least I don't think so. Save F9 says Meacham had Mesa CRJ 200 flights 25 years ago. Flying right along the parking garage here. I guess so, EM. I will definitely take a go around any day. You know, Phoenix, when we were in Phoenix and broadcasting in Phoenix, I think we had 7 straight shows where we had a go around. So we're waiting on our St. Louis departure, and we're waiting on our St. Louis and also our Fort Lauderdale departure. Hi, Liam. How's it going? Treasure Maze, good evening from South Carolina. We got our first departure here in a while. Going to Tampa, 737-700. Wrong airport. Thankfully, I've never been on a flight like that. Well, we flew into Springfield. It was actually Springfield, Illinois instead of Springfield, Missouri. So we got another Hawker taking off, and I'm keeping an eye for any other Southwest 4444 is hanging out. We are sheltered by the sun, and I have to confess that is a nice thing. Big Earn going down to Tampa. Our next departure for Southwest 4415 going to San Antonio. Just Bean says, what the heck? Croatia scored in the last seconds of the game 2-2. Holy smoking pippins. Thanks for the update. Just glad the United States won, even in the face of a red card last night. If you're just joining us, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Rob and the Plane Spotter, Tim Arnold, Nancy, Air King Flyer for your contributions. Aviation Cat says, used to dispatch the Hawker 800. Nice. I would like to make it out to Wichita at some point. I haven't done a live show from Wichita, but I have done plane spotting from Wichita. When I had flight benefits working for Envoy and Breeze, it was super easy getting places. Grr. And now Fort Worth Meacham, save F9 as you know, they do paint jobs for aircraft. Paint work. So you see some interesting stuff fly in there every once in a while to Fort Worth Meacham. I remember one day I was just randomly scrolling through Facebook and somebody posted that like an El-Al 787 or something had flown in there. Oh no, a VAR. A VAR says ruled offsides, no goal. Ouch. Ouchie. An Embraer Phenom 300. A video assisted replay. VAR, 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 VAR. Blast. Next departure headed our way, 4415 from San Antonio. See if they push back that Fort Lauderdale flight. Now it shows 808. Interesting. We'll keep an eye out on her. Because right now it's 807. So I don't know if I buy that quite yet. Bryce working at Amazon. See you later, save F9. Voomba. Wonder what hotel they stay at down in San Antonio. Maybe the Doubletree. Rangers 3, Tigers nothing in the 4th, Air King Flyer says. Detroit Tigers are in town. Sunset 8:39 tonight. So yeah, still plenty of sunlight available. Even though we're on the other side, technically, of the meteorological summer. Hi, Texas girl. Good evening to you. Hanging out here at Love Field. That jet's taking off here on runway 13 left. This runway is about 1,000 feet shorter than the runway on the south side. Mattman gifting 5 memberships. Thank you very much, Mattman. To Air King Flyer, EM, Genesis, Vince, and Eduardo. Thank you very much, Mattman, for gifting those 5 memberships.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Thank you. You know who? I haven't seen Trucker Norm in a while. I hope he's okay. Next arrival from Amarillo, Southwest 4471. And then after that, it looks like we had a go-around. Oh, that was the go-around we had earlier from Houston Hobby, Southwest 52, looks like. We'll see if it lands here on the north side or the south side. I think they're fading to the south side. The Amarillo on the bypass. The Alamo on the bypass. Amarillo, West Texas, high winds. Yeah, so if you fly into Amarillo, you need to be prepared for some high winds, possibly. Definitely gets windy out there. The intersection of I-25 and I-40. Or maybe it's I-27. Whoa, look at that. Mouseman Rick, what's going on? How the heck are you? Oh my goodness. Texas Girl gifting 20 memberships to Mike Dylan Dots, Mike Country Ball Edits, the Movie Master, Joe. I'm a Utah thinking about Flynn, and Angel Maria, Pat Murphy, Paul Pearson, Phoenix Plane Spotter, Mary, Pilot Pyatt, Ross Ginn, Chen Jen, Joe, and Turbulence Guys. Texas Girl, thank you for your amazing generosity.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Thank you for your kindness. She also helps recommend staying hydrated, liquid IV. Oh, I guess the Houston is landing on this side. But thankfully, Texas Girl, I finally did a night show tonight, so it's not as hot and miserable. So we're hoping to catch both Independence 1 and Liberty 1 taking off on this side. Liberty 1 is scheduled to go to St. Louis, and then Independence 1 is scheduled right now to go to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And this was our go-around earlier. I don't know why it had a go-around, but it was fairly early on. They were not close to the runway. They're like, oh, I think we're too high. Or maybe it was a flock of birds. The antennas atop the light poles. I do not know El Toro, but if I had to guess, they would probably be like lightning, either sensors for the lighting or lightning diffusers. One of the two. Or ramp lamps. I don't know for sure. Hey, we got another departure headed our way. It is going to Randy's hometown and our favorite city.
Omaha!
Going to Omaha here on a 737-700. Oh, nice. Nice, Mouseman Rick. Gonna catch Maryland 1 in the morning. Yeah, Tim Arnold alerted us to the possibility of Independence 1 and Liberty 1 both being able to catch them. Unfortunately, Liberty 1 landed on the south side, but we're hopeful that both will take off here on the north side. I don't know about Fort Lauderdale, but St. Louis definitely seems like a possibility. Fort Lauderdale's a long flight, so they might be heavy and won't need the longer runway. We'll see. Meanwhile, we got Southwest 463 headed to depart shortly to Orlando on a MAX 8. Oh, you know what? I think the other thing we're going to do tonight, I think we're going to debut our new, not our theme song, but our anthem song. Because, let's face it, during the World Cup, everybody's got their national anthem. And I have, with the help of ChatGPT, or NAI, have written a song. And maybe it might be the new anthem. So maybe we can debut that at the end of the show. Along with my favorite, this one's for you, Matt, man, because I know you love it. I hate the heat. I hate the humidity. I hate it all. The sun can burn in hell for all eternity. That was me on Monday. That was me on Monday when we were getting blasted by Saharan dust and it was hot and it was uncomfortable. Albuquerque, my friend, ABQ Albuquerque. That was me on Monday. I was not having it. It was not fun. So Matt Man wanted me to make a sound clip for him to send him. So check. I lost you for a second. Hold on. Can anybody hear me? Hello, hello? Alright, we're back. Sorry about that, Tim. I saw your message. Texas girl, good advice. What's up, Aircraft Expeditions? Looks like we're not getting much luck, huh? Yeah, it looks like St. Louis is going to the south. Boy, we are striking out tonight. We are striking clear out of the box. We are like, striking out. Now we should be good. We should be good now. Refresh your page. Boy, we are just not getting any love tonight at Love Field. This is just rude, embarrassing, quite frankly, ridiculous. We got Fort Lauderdale. That's our last hope. What's up? All right, so we'll be able to see part of St. Liberty One take off. But man, ATC's got to do a better job of watching our show. I'm going to text Alex and see if he can get me the emails and phone numbers of every ATC person. What? Independence is not leaving till the morning? Oh man, I'm striking out all over the place. Well, this is just ridiculous. Yeah, my bad. Tim Arnold, that is the worst news ever. Oh man, Joe is going to hear it tonight. I'm going to file a customer complaint. Wait. Okay, so there's Orlando. See, El Toro. See, nobody wants to watch my show now. Dang it! Is my entertainment not enough? Is my knowledge not enough? I guess not. All right, so we're going to watch Runway 13 right over here. And see if we can catch a little bit of St. Louis. I bet you my camera's going to die, too. Let's see how much battery there is, too. Oh, yeah, it's the battery's going to die. You know what? I'm just going to leave the battery on and just make the trifecta of failure tonight. If you guys want to hold on for the trifecta of failure, this will be epic. But regardless, I want to thank Mattman, Texas Girl, Rob, Plane Spawner, Tim Arnold for being generous and kind. All right, so hold on. Thank you, Aviation Cat. Thank you. All right, I did a swap. Thank you, everybody, for liking and subscribing. I did a swap, so we should be good now. It's all good. It is all good. I think St. Louis should be next, taking off on the south side. Y'all. Poor Fort Lauderdale. Oh, now they swapped it out. I wonder... Well, there it is. Ah. There's Liberty One. Adios, muchacho. But you know what? We still got these amazing t-shirts for sale. These are literally a pilot's perfect gift for a pilot or a dad who's into aviation. See? It's the taxiway Delta Alpha Delta. It spells dad. We have a taxiway in Tucson. That was Delta Alpha Delta. So these shirts are perfect. They're $23.99 plus shipping. I think it's $2 extra for XXL and $4 for 3XL. But these are amazing t-shirts. If nothing else, I can plug this in my new song. So these shirts are awesome. But Liberty One headed off to St. Louis. Your dad would have loved that shirt, Nancy? Yeah. I think this is, you know, when you work, I think this is probably my personal favorite and best one so far. Although I get more comments for the Oh Yeah Boy Dreamweaver shirt whenever I go flying. But this is probably my personal favorite. This is probably my personal favorite. Tim Arnold digging the stash. Thanks, man. I don't know if I am. I've had the mustache now for 2 months. I guess I'm kind of to the point where I would look weird not having it. David, how's it going? Just watched Starlux land their A350 1000 into Phoenix today. Awesome. Awesome. A little bit of an upgrade. Oh, no worries, Tim Arnold. We had a shot and, you know, we tried. And sometimes when we try, we succeed, and sometimes we don't. But, you know, as Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky always used to say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. We'll get them eventually. We will get them eventually. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked if they routed them back through Dallas Love Field tomorrow for Liberty One. Well, I already had the virtual interview, so they already know what I look like. So thank goodness they already know what I look like. The A350 1000, I bet that looks sharp. So, hey, Aircraft Expeditions, a nice $2 super chat. Appreciate you.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
And Aircraft Expeditions, I saw, you had a good, successful live stream in Tucson. Gotta get the next one going, man. Liberty One is supposed to come through Dallas tomorrow. All right, Tim, we'll keep an eye out for it. We will keep an eye out for that. I think I might be packing, though, getting things ready. That's great, Kevin. I wish more people were as awesome as you, Kevin. Multitasking. Or multi-watching. So there's the Detroit and Red Wings plane. Drill weekend due to the 4th of July this weekend. That would make sense. So next weekend, Dan's doing like a week. So again, our hope is to get at least one stream in at some point when we're up in the Midwest, one of 4 cities, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Milwaukee, or Grand Rapids, for the possible new job opportunity. Ooh. Very cool, David Newmeyer. Very cool. I would expect, I'm not going to lie, David, I would not be surprised if either China Airlines or Starlux started flying to DFW. We have Eva Air already. British Airways at St. Louis. I would love to. That's a great idea, Matt, man. And also Lufthansa. That would be pretty cool. Nice. Nice, Aircraft Expeditions. Well, I think what we're going to do is wrap up the show, but I do want to debut our new song. It's about 4 minutes long. I cut some of it out, but I wrote this song with the help of AI, so this is AI composition, but I gave the directions on the lyrics, and this is our anthem. So with that being said, and I'm not gonna lie, I mean, Walt's got 760 viewers and I got 40, so it's just the numbers thing. Walt's probably getting the new viewers. I don't know what he does, but I guess he does an amazing job at it. And but we're gonna debut our new song. right now. So I hope you enjoy it. I'll come back. I'm not going to end the show just yet, but enjoy the song here for a second.
How's your mother, by the
Oh,
way?
thank you, Harry. That's not, no. All right, here we go. This is for America, baby.
Got your camera pointing west, where the palm trees sway. First class sunsets and the heavies every day. Champagne terminals, influencers in line. Everybody chasing that perfect golden sign. Back home, the ramp lights flicker in the rain. Single engine heartbeat on a cracked out lane. Old man Carter fueling up a King Air slow. But nobody streams the places nobody knows. Yeah, the flyover towns keep fading from the screen, while the same 5 airports steal the dream. You're a cherry picker, running to the glitter, skipping every little town beneath the wing. Jet bridges and spotlights, big city Friday nights, like that's the only thing that aviation means. But there's life out on the back roads, dusty strips and cargo pilots keeping small town America alive. You can chase the polished picture, but don't forget who built her. Every runway tells a story if you listen close enough. Hey, cherry picker, there's more to love. They all crowd the fence when the redbirds land, posting the same touchdown clips again. Meanwhile, a medevac cuts through midnight skies, saving somebody's mama out in county line. Crop dusters painting circles in the heat, kids scanning radios out on gravel streets. Dreams don't only live where the rich folks fly. Sometimes they survive where the cornfields lie. Yeah, the heartland's still buzzing after dark, but nobody's looking past the famous part. You're a cherry kicker, running to the glitter, skipping every little town beneath the wing. Jet bridges and spotlights, big city Friday nights, like that's the only thing that aviation means. But there's life out on the back roads, dusty strips and cargo pilots keeping small town America alive. You can chase the polished picture, but don't forget who built her. Every runway tells a story if you listen close enough. Hey, cherry picker, there's more to love. Not every hero lands a 777. Not every dream comes painted chrome. Some fly chicks in beat-up Cessnas try to make enough to get back home. And the silence gets louder every year when the small town towers disappear. Hey, cherry picker, look a little bigger. There's a whole wide sky beyond the LAX lights.
All right. That was the anthem of Pip Hastings. I don't know what we'll call that song. I don't know what we're going to call that song, but hope you enjoyed that. And what's up, everybody? We are debuting our new song. All I've come up with is it's an anthem, the Plane Spotting Anthem of America. That's what we'll call it, the Plane Spotting Anthem of America. We can do that. So what's up, everybody? Thanks, Tim Arnold. What's up, DW? Hi, Zoe. We're just debuting our new song. We tried to get Independence 1 and Liberty 1, and we struck out on this side, and Independence 1 is down for maintenance. So Liberty 1 is off to St. Louis. It might come back through tomorrow. But we made our best effort. And most importantly, I enjoyed each one of you joining me tonight. Thanks, Nancy and EM. Yeah, I'll upload that song too and debut it on YouTube. But you heard it exclusively first here on the plane spotting show known as Pip's Plane Spotting Live, and that yeah, we'll just call that the Plane Spotting Anthem of America until we come up with something better. So, in the meantime, thank you very much, Aviation Cat. There probably won't be a July 4th stream, Tim Arnold, because I will be traveling on July 4th, and I'm pretty sure that everybody's going to be tuning into all the fireworks and streams. So, with that in mind, so we'll wrap up the show tonight to say a big thank you to Nancy L., Texas Girl, Matt Man, Rob, Viking One Aviation. Thank you to the Plane Spotter, Tim Arnold. Thank you, Air King Flyer. Thank you, Aircraft Expeditions, for your contributions. And so as we're wrapping the show here on episode 513, we want to say,
How's your mother, by the way?
thank you, Harry. Yes, how is your mother, by the way? Thank you to everybody who tuned in. We will be broadcasting potentially either Sunday or maybe Monday. We will see. I have got to go check out my new potential job. I've got to see if I can find a place to live and get a feel for the area. Good night, Aircraft Expeditions, Zoe. And that is wonderful, Aircraft Expeditions. So we're going to wrap it up tonight. Thank you, everybody. Have a great 4th of July. Remember, America is a pretty doggone great place. Happy 4th of July. Go America. Remember, 250 years, July 4th, 1776. America is a pretty cool place. And we should be grateful for that. So enjoy your 4th of July. Celebrate America. Celebrate your independence. Celebrate your freedom to vote, to celebrate, to watch plane spotting. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you later. Take care.